Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss topic article writing. Before this topic, we had discussed letter writing, in which we had discussed informal letters and formal letters. We had discussed different kinds of letters. I had assigned you some homework, but not a single child has taken trouble to write a single letter. So I am not sure that you have learnt formal letters or not. So I instruct you, please write letters which had been assigned to you. I think you will do. Today's topic is very important for you. Listen carefully. Writing an article is a challenging task. This is not a very easy task to do. It involves a high degree of creativity, knowledge of the subject matter, and a strong vocabulary. Remember these three things. A high degree of creativity should be there in you. Knowledge of the subject matter should be there in you, and a strong vocabulary is needed. Okay. One needs to understand the format and the style of writing an article. You know, every writing needs a format. Format is very important. So, an article needs a format. Students improve their score if they follow a few simple guidelines. These are the salient points, and we have to discuss these points to write a good article writing. First, the format should be strictly adhered to, must follow the format. Point one. What is there in a format? So give a suitable title to the article with the writer's name under it. You have to write the name of writer under the heading or suitable title. So only these points, these points you should keep in your mind in the name of format of a article writing. Okay. The article must have minimum 3 paragraphs. Remember this. Composed, grammatically correct English. Okay. We shall discuss what should be written in 3 paragraphs later on. But remember, at least 3 paragraphs must be written. While writing about an existing problem, give, dear children. What is existing problem? You will be given topic related to the existing problems. What are existing problems? Suppose human beings are suffering from pollution. You can take air pollution. That may be a existing problem. On other hand, there is water pollution. Every person is suffering from water pollution. Next, sound pollution. You can never ignore it. Soil pollution. So these topics may be called existing problems. What you have to do when you write about an existing problem, be very careful. Examples. Okay. Statistics and how extensive is the problem. Take example of air pollution. You have to give or put or write examples. You have to produce statistics. What percent of oxygen is there at present in the environment? Is it safe or not? You can take other example. In industrial area, what is the level of air pollution? You can take this example. You can take examples of those places where the trees have been cut by humans. On other hand, you can take example of those places where trees are abundant or the trees are there in a huge number. Reasons of the problem. Then this is very important. What are the causes? What are the reasons of the problem? Means what are the problems of air pollution? What are the reasons? You can take other example. You can say industrial areas, industries. No doubt the people have cut forests in order to make that land to establish factories or make agricultural lands or to set up towns or cities. So you have to write reasons. We burn the things knowingly or unknowingly. That may be a problem. Now you have to discuss effects. Many people are suffering from various diseases. You can take example lungs problem. Due to this, people are suffering from giddiness or dizziness because in a situation of lack of oxygen, you suffer from many diseases. There is no doubt. Now you have to suggest some possible solutions. What are solutions? So we should plant more and more trees. Okay. You can suggest government should make strict laws. If someone tries to cut a tree, he must be punished. It means we have to refuse deforestation and accept plantation. Dear children, one thing is there that your ideas must be original and logically arranged. Then it will be said that you have written a good article. Read the visual verbal stimulus carefully. It contains many points and useful information. What is verbal stimulus? So this has been discussed in the box. Stimulus means a thing that arouses activity. The plural is stimuli. Perhaps you have studied this word in your science books. Stimulus is singular, stimuli is plural. Verbal stimulus includes advertisements, notice, newspaper, cutting, table, diary extract, notes, letter, or other forms of correspondence. On the other hand, visual means something to see. Hence, a visual stimulus can be diagram, graph, map, cartoon, or a flowchart. So then these things will be given to you as a hint, and then you can write a good article. There is a sample article before you. Mira is much anguished that in spite of the measures taken by the government, we have almost one third of our country's population is still illiterate. Mira is not happy on the state of illiteracy in our country. You know, this is a big problem before our countries. So she wishes to write an article for her school magazine on how to promote literacy in the country, making use of the given hints and your own ideas. Write the article in not more than 200 words. Suppose you write your article in 220 words, no problem. But limit yourself up to 200 words. There is a hint for you to understand. The President's address on World Literacy Day. What did the President tell on the day? Education is the most key to root all the maladies like poverty, health problems, overpopulation, etc. If there is education, there will be no poverty. If there is education, there will be no health problems. If there is a population, if there is education, there will be no problem of overpopulation. So, education is a tool or a thing which can remove poverty from our country. We can remove health problems. We can remove that is overpopulation, etc. Literacy drive by the NGO. What is NGO? Non-government organizations. In one-day annual conference of the NGOs at Nagpur, representatives of non-governmental organizations from all over India have unanimously agreed to appeal to the Social Welfare Ministry to join hands with them in their voluntary service to promote literacy through programs of adult education, motivation for learning in children, and non-formal education. You know, there are two kinds of education. One is informal education, that is given by father, mother, family, neighborhood, society. What are formal education? The schools, college, universities. So you should understand, try to understand what has been given in hands. Now, there is a good example which has been given, an article has been written. You should see carefully this example. First of all, promoting education. What is this? This is called title. What is second line? This is this has this is written by Mira. It means Mira is writer of the article. So you can say these 2 points. Keep always these 2 points in your mind. First is title, and second is the writer's name. And this is the format of an article. Now you have to remember three things. You have to put your examples or statistics. Next, cause or reason of the problem. Then you have to discuss the effect. And in the last, you have to suggest possible solutions. We should read this article. What Mira has written. Education is the key to happy, healthy, and prosperous life. Yes, education is the key by which we may have a happy, healthy, and prosperous life. Without education, a human being is no better than a beast. Yes, it is education that makes humans rational and makes them look at things in the right perspective. Population explosion. This is the problem. Population explosion is the root cause of our problems. All the benefits of the progress and advancement are compromised on account of sharp rise in the population. Yes, this line is very important. Our all advancement and progress are compromised by this population explosion. Only a small section of our people have benefited from the opportunities that came our way in the last 7 decades. A decade has 10 years. Can you tell me the years in in 7 decades? That is 7 into 10 equal to 70 years. It is the group of educated people who have made all round progress in life and whose standard of life has risen considerably. Among them, the rise in population is very low. Educated parents have one or two children. On the other hand, illiterate parents produce 5, 10, 15, 20 children. What is known as population explosion is occurring only in the lowest rank of the society. These are people who believe in the more the merrier and keep on adding as many children to the family as they can. No wonder these people lead a miserable and unhappy life. Yes, and remain surrounded by squalor and poverty. Education has alone can create in these people true awareness of their problems. Therefore, education for all must be the month for our national life. Education must be treated as number one priority by any government that comes to rule this country. So I think he will consider, read and again and again, and I think you can write a good article. Now there is a other example for you to be discussed. Read the given clues and write an article on empowerment of women. You know the position of women in our society. So you have to write about empowerment of women. Please see what has been given in the box as a hints. As hints, enslavement of women centuries old. This is not a today's problem. Gandhiji was the first one to realize the importance of women's untapped power. On his initiative, women participated successfully in the freedom struggle and played heroically. But the wave touched hardly 10% of women. The rest remained subjugated. Birth of a girl is still considered a stigma in many parts of the country. Giving equal place and position to women remain a far cry. A parliament where men outnumber women will never pass any bill to give the women their due. Only by fighting to the bitter end can women hope to get their rightful place. Let us hope so. Dear children, this is very easy for you to write the title. Your title is very sweet, attractive, and you give the name Empowerment of Women by Shalini Dhar. Name of the writer has not been written in your question, has not been given in your question. So, suppose your name is Shalini Dhar, you can write your name. See, this article has been written in 3 paragraphs. In first paragraph, you are going to give introduction. In second paragraph, you have to discuss the causes or reasons of empowerment of women, and in third paragraph, you are going to write the solution or suggestive measures. We Indians have a special talent for talking poetic things and coining hollow slogans. One such slogan says that wherever women are worshipped, that place becomes an abode of gods. What noble sentiments in a country which holds a world record for female feticides. How soothing is it is to hear such words in a country in which countless widowed women were burnt alive in the name of Sati. Indian hypocrisy is a very special case having no parallel anywhere in the world. Perhaps you have studied in class 8 glimpses of our past. You have studied about Raja Ram Mohan Rai. Yes, I think you have remembered that Gandhiji brought a new awakening among women is very true. On his call, thousands of women left their homes and hurt and jumped into the arena of freedom struggle. They were liberated, but as compared to the total population of women, their number was infinite, infinitesimal. The rest remained settled to the same old customs and traditions, the badges of their shame and slavery. Some women did gain name, fame, power, and high positions, but that was solely because of their families. They drew their strength from the deeply entrenched names of their parents or husbands or both. The common lot of the women did not change in spite of 65 years of freedom and free flow of education. Even today, the girl child is discriminated and women are considered inferior beings. Empowerment of women can take place only when women get fair representation in the assemblies and the parliament. Representation proportionate to their population. We have been hearing about it, but that has not happened, nor will it ever happen till the country's parliament has such a predominance of men. Only a revolution or a miracle can grant the women the place, power, and position they rightly deserve. Dear children, suppose you are going to write about this empowerment of women. This article will add to your knowledge. Never forget. So, read seriously this letter, uh, this article again and again, and I think this will improve you to write a good article on empowerment of women. This is a very existing problem of society. There is a other question, that is read the given clues and write an article on the crime rate in India. So we shall discuss this article in our next period. Thank you, children.